So unfortunately, we lost our game this past weekend, which means our season is over. And just like that, my time here in Poland is already coming to an end. But before I go, I want to take a day to just be a tourist here in Gdańsk and show you all the city that I've had the privilege of calling my home for the past 7 months. So let's go. This one's not so easy to put on. So I'm going to start the tour in a district of Gdańsk called Oliva, which is actually closer to where I live, a bit farther from the city center, but we'll go there later. I thought we could start here. They have a beautiful park, a beautiful cathedral, and then we're going to walk up and see a really cool viewpoint of the city. And so right now we are here at Olivsky Park. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a couple historical buildings and a cathedral that it surrounds. And so we're going to go check them out. This is called the Abbott's Palace. It's originally constructed in the 15th century. It now houses the Polish National Museum in Gdańsk and also is the Department of Modern Art. Unfortunately, the Palm House is being renovated right now, so we can't go in, but it looks really beautiful. Okay, so these weird little dome things here up ahead are apparently like a whispering tunnel, and apparently if you whisper something at one of them, you can hear it at the other end. I'm here alone, but maybe I'll set you up. Maybe you guys can hear it if I whisper something. Just wait right here. Oh my gosh, it worked. I love this place. It's absolutely beautiful. I can only imagine how much more beautiful it's gonna be in spring. Oof, makes me sad that I'm not gonna be able to see it. All right, now we're gonna walk by the cathedral, check it out quickly, and then I'm gonna take you guys to the beautiful viewpoint of the whole city. It's a super clear day, so I think it should be a great view. I'm super excited to show you all that. All right, now I gotta climb up this little mini mountain hill thing just to show you guys this beautiful viewpoint. So, hope it's worth it. This is honestly one of my favorite aspects of Gdańsk. How there's just like forests in the middle of the city, like even, oh, I'm out of breath. But even near my apartment, there's a forest right before you go to the sea, and like it's so cool. You can just go and you're like literally out here in the middle of the woods, all while having the convenience of the city. I love it. All right, we made it. Now check out this view. Just got back to my car and I am starving. All the restaurants in Poland are still closed to the public, but in continuing our day as a tourist here, I ordered some pierogi from one of the best pierogi places in Gdańsk. So gonna drive over to Mandu Pierogi and pick up what I ordered. And then we'll go home and have the pierogi, and then we'll venture into Old Town Gdańsk and see the city center. All right, it's time to eat. So I got some chorizo pierogi and some goose pierogi. And we've got, this is like a dill sauce that comes with the chorizo, and then the goose one came with like a cranberry sauce. So we're gonna see what that's all about. This looks like a little basil or something here. I've only tried the meat pierogi a couple times, and to be honest, I wasn't a super big fan, but I'm excited to try the goose, see what it's all about. All right, we're gonna start off with some of these goose pierogi. Got my herbs. Oh, let's just sprinkle my herbs on there. Honestly, it feels wrong to like puncture the pierogi with a fork before, because then it's like more likely to fall apart when you dip it in your sauce. So please don't judge me for eating with my hands, and I hope I don't offend any Polish people out there. Okay, I got my cranberry sauce. Ooh, looks like we've got some carrots and onions in there as well. Really nice. Look at that. Smacznego. All right, chorizo time. Need my little dill sauce. Okay. Oh, they're very orange coming through the outside. Give this a shot. Looks like there's some like potato in there as well, but the chorizo is so good and spicy. Wow, that is delightful. All right, well, now that my belly is full of pierogi, it is now time to continue our tour into the old city center of Gdańsk. Here we have our first stop of the night in the old town of Gdańsk. This is the Green Gate, which used to be where monarchs lived. Now it is one of the most famous attractions in the city of Gdańsk. And as I pass through the arches of the Green Gate here, we enter the Długi Targ, which is the long market street of Gdańsk. As you can see, we're in a pandemic right now, so it's dead, but still beautiful. Next up, we've got Neptune's fountain. Apparently the statue of Neptune, the god of the sea, was constructed in the 1500s, and it was actually hidden during World War II and reappeared in the same place after World War II ended. Hiding behind Neptune's fountain here, you can see a building. This is called the Artist Court, which is right in the center of Gdańsk, and it used to serve as a meeting place for all the merchants and vendors. Now I believe it is a museum. And all we need to do is merely pivot for the next stop, which is the Gdańsk Town Hall. And my goodness, is it amazing. Just like how we have the Green Gate back there, at this end of the market street, it's called the Golden Gate. We just turned the corner here and now we can see the beautiful St. Mary's Church. As I keep getting closer to this church, it's just like astounding how huge it is. I don't even know, is all of it in the frame? Because like, I feel tiny right now. I don't know if that fully captured it, but I sure hope it did. Ah yes, there's the Royal Chapel. That's where we're headed next. Gdańsk is an interesting city, so if you look at a map, you'll notice it's quite close to Germany. And throughout the World Wars, it flip-flopped between being a German or a Polish city. And when it was a German city, it was called Danzig, but when it's Polish, it's called Gdańsk. So I believe it was finally after the Soviets liberated Poland at the end of the Second World War that it finally became a Polish town, what it is today. And when they rebuilt it, they used a lot of the original Flemish and French architecture inspiration, I believe. Oh, and we have now wandered upon, what are these called again? Amber. That's one thing, the Baltic Sea, apparently there's a ton of amber. It's a very natural resource, and so it's really famous to have amber jewelry made from this area. And so you can walk down this alley and buy some beautiful Polish amber jewelry. You may have noticed this in the clip when I looked down the canal earlier, but we have now made it to what is called Żuraw, which is that right there. It's also known as the Great Crane, and it dates back as early as the 14th century, has obviously been rebuilt since the war, but it was originally used for loading ships with cargo back in the day. It's absolutely crazy to think that a whole overseas season has now come and gone. Year 5 for me in the books, all done, like, wow. And especially this season with COVID and all the uncertainty that's in the world, like, this season was more than I could ask for. I half expected to be on a flight back to Canada in the middle of November with a canceled season and no job. And so the fact that we made it all the way to the end of the season, got to be a part of Politechnika Gdańsk history because we made playoffs for the first time in club history, so that's super exciting. Plus I was able to make so many friends, have so many new experiences, and like honestly had such a great experience with my team. The girls were so amazing, had a lot of fun on the court and off the court with them. So I'm just super grateful for what this season has been, and it's always sad when a chapter comes to an end. It's always hard to say goodbye, but I'm super excited for what's next. I'm super excited to see my family, so definitely ready for the next chapter, ready to see what the Lord's got in store for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of Gdańsk. I feel so lucky that I got to live here for the past 7 months and call this place a home and experience this city and just this beautiful part of the world that without basketball, I probably would never have gotten to. And so just amazing the opportunities that this game opens up for me in my life. And I'm just super grateful for it. And I'm glad that I get to bring you guys along for it all. Be sure to like this video if you've enjoyed our adventures here together in Poland and are excited for what's next, as I am. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next, because I've got one big adventure before I leave Poland. And if you've seen my recent vlogs, you know what it's about. And so stay tuned and I'll see you guys next time.